Bart has recently fallen in love with chemical experiments. He is really fascinated by the kind of power that can seemingly destroy the world just by doing some hands-on work. He desperately hopes that he can also learn this kind of knowledge. So someone passed on to him a family heirloom chemical formula. Bart took Milhouse to the treehouse. He started doing the experiment according to the steps in the video.
German chemistry! Yeah!
Since Bart fell in love with chemical experiments, he hasn't played any pranks for several consecutive days. This makes Marge feel really abnormal. She suspects that Bart is hiding in the treehouse doing the work of making drugs. She told Homer about her speculation. She wants him to go and check out the situation. Early the next morning, he called Sheriff Wiggum. He asked the sheriff to take him to Bart's chemistry laboratory. Homer carefully stated his purpose.
No, I'm not. And if you're looking for meth, go see Cletus.
What?
Bart said that it was precisely because of Homer's work at the nuclear power plant that he fell in love with chemical experiments. Homer didn't expect that he had actually become an example for Bart. He decided to take Bart to work at the nuclear power plant with him and study together with him the topic of why chairs can get flattened.
I'd like to, but I've got to do some colloidal titration.
Marge, it's worse than we thought. He's speaking in tongues. He's a religious weirdo. The worst thing there is.
But Marge still feels that something is not right. She took Homer to the vicinity of the treehouse to look for clues, but they unexpectedly came across a flyer for a talent show party. There was also a string of chemical formulas written on the back of the flyer. It seems that Bart's recent abnormality is related to this party.
On the back, chemical equations. Still think he's innocent?
We'll just have to go there and see. You wanted rock candy? You got rock candy.
But just as Bart was about to perform his talent, the sheriff suddenly stopped him. They received an anonymous tip from Principal Skinner. They suspect that this experiment is dangerous, so they don't allow Bart to continue with the performance.
Do you even know what anonymous means? Helpful?
But Marge chooses to believe in Bart in order to vouch for Bart. Marge decides to conduct the experiment instead of Bart. As the chemical liquid is poured in, a very beautiful change occurs in the Petri dish. The audience in the audience is extremely shocked. Marge also feels very proud.
I never doubted you. Well, you should have.